After Trump and Brexit and the annus horribilis of 2016, you might think that Europe's governments would have developed detailed contingency plans for the nightmare scenario of a Marine Le Pen victory in France's presidential elections. But you'd be wrong. The thought of President Le Pen is in fact so frightening that it remains for many a scenario that dare not speak its name. Le Pen calls herself the Anti Merkel. On Europe, she promises to renegotiate the terms of membership and then hold a referendum. If the EU doesn't agree to her terms, she's going to recommend a Frexit. She's also pledged to leave the EU's border-free Schengen area and the euro. Where Le Pen parts ways with the UK's Brexiteers is in her call for protectionist trade measures. Claiming to be a Gaullist, she has a vision for great power relations with Russia's Vladimir Putin and America's Donald Trump, in a multipolar axis that upholds traditional values, defends Christianity, and fights Islamic terror. Of course, the opinion polls still favour the centrist Emmanuel Macron in the second round runoff, but many fear that his voters just won't turn out. And as the traditional two-party system has given way to a four-party system, Le Pen's lead in the first round polls has been a rare point of stability. Her rise has as much to do with her reinvention of the Front National, by reaching out to three key groups, civil servants, women and Catholics. She's guided her party out of its far-right ghetto. And to prevent its programme being undermined by the French deep state, her ally Florian Philippot has tried to build a new elite of qualified people for a Front National government. Compared to Le Pen, Europe's leaders seem underprepared. Could they work around a President Le Pen, particularly if she were forced into cohabitation with a hostile parliament? What steps could they take to prevent her from dismantling the European Union from within? How should they respond to her demand to renegotiate French membership? Should the European Commission develop its own Frexit plans? There may be no good answers to these questions, but if we learnt one thing in 2016, it's that planning for nightmare scenarios like a Le Pen victory is much wiser than trusting opinion polls.
I know how disappointed you feel because I feel it too.